The Persuasionizer web app is the result of our years of experience training on the triggers at companies in a wide variety of industries, where we learned what actually works to deploy and activate this powerful formula. By specifically prompting your input of information about your offerings and your customers, according to the unique guidelines of the 7 triggers, you build a pantry of sorts, a database, really, of the best, most persuasive elements for your communication recipes. A quick call to obtain status, prepare a persuasive snack with just a few trigger elements. A meeting to outline a project plan, make a chef's salad of persuasive points. Big presentation to the whole client team, a 7-course menu of influence and persuasion.
Let's take a brief look at how it actually works.
Although your regular use of the Persuasionizer will be driven primarily off of customer pages, you'll want to start your initial setup of the system with an offer page. You'll see why in just a minute. Your offer can be anything for which you want to get support, agreement, or a yes decision. It can be a product, a service, an idea, or even you. Keep in mind that you can create multiple offer pages, just like you can create multiple customer pages. So if you have, for example, a range of services, you might want to create separate offer pages for each one. For the purposes of this tutorial, I'll create a product called Super Awesome Widget. As you can see, your new offer page is pre-populated with content fields for 4 of the 7 triggers. These are the triggers whose content and messaging is based primarily around what you have to offer. In case you're just learning about the 7 triggers formula, or if you need a refresher, there's background information on each trigger provided as both text descriptions and as video programming. The main thing to know about the input fields is that because you are creating an archive, a database really, of information elements that you'll want to use later in a variety of different ways, you'll enjoy the greatest amount of flexibility if you keep your entries SSS, short, simple, and specific. Now, the system allows for this because you can add as many fields as you want in any category. So, for example, if under market forces, I know that for my super awesome widget, there is an increasing demand for widgets by younger demographics especially, and that there are currently no available widgets that can be characterized as super awesome, that should be 3 separate entries. See, you'll always have the opportunity to combine individual entries by selecting multiple ones, but you can't separate the content of a single entry, unless, of course, you edit it later, which you always have the option to do. Take the time to fill in as many fields as possible on your Offer Triggers page. Okay, once you've completed your offer page, it's time to create a customer page, which is as simple as naming the customer, and then, and here you'll see why you created your offer page first, associating an offer with that customer. Once again, your page is pre-populated with trigger panels and content fields. But in the case of the customer page, there are now 2 sections, those triggers associated with this specific customer and the imported trigger content about the offer you're bringing to this customer. Content for all 7 triggers is now organized for a single customer. You can associate additional offers with this customer by clicking Connect Offer. The other big difference between the customer page, and the offer page are these checkboxes appended to every trigger element entry. This is how you select which elements you want to include in your next customer communication. Checked entries export to a persuasion prompter, which is essentially your persuasive communication cheat sheet. Simply click the ones you want to use for your next encounter, save and name the set, and then launch it to see your published list. Your prompters can always be accessed from your customer page, as well as be printed or saved as PDFs for your convenience. One last detail about populating your customer triggers. The Persuasionizer not only makes it easy to see the specific customer information you need, it helps you get that information if you don't already have it. How? By highlighting the element as a question rather than a statement or a message. When you see a customer content element you realize you don't yet have and want to get, simply click the question icon rather than the add icon, and your entry will be highlighted in red on your persuasion prompter. This is some of the most persuasive information you'll ever have, and now you won't miss getting it. There are some additional tools and conveniences available in the Persuasionizer for you to explore and experiment with, but this gives you the essentials: persuade and prosper.